Hello and welcome back to the SEND 35A appeal form walkthrough video. This video is part 3 of 4 videos taking you through the SEND 35A appeal form against an LA decision not to secure an EHC needs assessment. Section 3 is quite self-explanatory and asks you for the date of the decision letter from the local authority. This will be a formal letter notifying you of the LA's decision, and you will need a copy of this to send with your appeal. The second part of this section refers to mediation. You may well have discussed mediation already with your SEND-IS advisor. Mediation is an opportunity to resolve disagreement between you and the local authority. However, it is not compulsory. You are required to speak with the mediation service to have your right of mediation explained to you. You can then make your decision whether to pursue mediation or not. Either way, you will be issued with a mediation certificate. This is another document that you will be required to send in with the appeal. There is a link in the comments box below with more information about mediation. If you do not have a mediation certificate or your appeal is being made past the deadline for lodging your appeal, you will need to complete the box at the bottom of this page explaining why this is the case and asking the tribunal to accept your appeal. There is no guarantee that the tribunal will accept this request without valid reason. Section 4 refers to the appeal being heard on the papers, meaning there is no need to be physically present and the appeal will be decided based on the paper evidence submitted. If you wish for an oral hearing instead, you can tick the box on this page and explain your reasons why. Because of the straightforward nature of the legal test, these type of appeals are typically heard on the papers. The second half of this page is for those who have an existing claim or appeal lodged about the same child or young person or a sibling. If this applies to you, you can indicate it here and request the appeals be heard at the same time. If this does not apply to you, you can tick no and move on to Section 5. Section 5 again is fairly self-explanatory and asks for your information. If your child is under 16, you can tick parent. If your child is 16 or over but is not deemed to have mental capacity or is struggling to lodge the appeal themselves, you can tick alternative person. You do not have to complete parent 1 and 2 and can provide just one parent's details. Email is the most used method of contact from the tribunal. If you do not use email, you can indicate in this box that you would prefer to receive communication by post. Section 6 asks about anyone else who is involved in the appeal and could be a person or organisation who shares parental responsibility. It also asks about any orders made concerning the child or young person. If this applies to you, you must provide information on this. The advocate section only applies if a young person is making an appeal and has an appointed advocate, or if a disabled parent has an advocate. An advocate is an individual who will support you in expressing your views. Leave this section blank if you do not have an advocate. The final part of Section 6 applies if you have a representative. This could be a solicitor, a paid representative, or in some cases a SEND-IS advisor. It means that they will advise you on aspects of the appeal and support you in preparing paperwork. Always confirm that your representative is aware that they are being named in this role and ask their permission to include their contact information. You have the option at the bottom of the form for documents to be sent to the advocate or representative named. Again, you should always discuss this with your representative before checking this box. If your representative is a SEND-IS advisor, it is not our role to run your appeal. Therefore, you will be expected to manage this with our guidance unless there is a valid reason why you cannot.